in Gnostic tradition, is what she created. She created the Abrahamic God. And this is an evil entity, and he has his minions. You can call them archons or demons. And it's basically a parallel reality of sorts. It's really hard to give like the Cliff Notes version very well.
I can do it. You're nailing it down to a parasite. So she went off.
Parasites,
she had sex.
yes,
Hold on.
they are parasites.
Can I ask a clarifying question?
Go. Okay, yeah, clarifying question. Go ahead.
So you believe Christ consciousness is real, right? Because Sophia, that's the Greek ideology of Christ consciousness.
Yes, I do believe in the Christ consciousness for sure.
How do you know that's 100% real?
You can never really know for sure. Would be my answer. You can say everyone who says they know for sure is full of shit.
Okay, Cosmic, tell me how you know it's true.
Christ is a drug.
I do know.
Well, wait. Let me explain what I'm saying here.
Okay.
So if I'm a farmer and I'm growing some plants, and these plants are the cure to the parasite, and somebody comes and salts my farm so these plants don't grow again. Well, I gotta wait for that salt to dissipate, and I'll sit there, and maybe years, and I'll wait, and then finally that plant will come back, so I can get rid of this parasite. That drug that I make, that concoction that I make using that plant, that is the Christos, that is the Christ.
Okay, how do you know that's true? I know there's other opinions.
Because I got rid of my parasite doing it.
How do you?
I think that means. You're looking for an answer that doesn't really exist.
Okay, so is morality objective or subjective? Let's just start there.
I think it's subjective, personally.
Okay, there we go. So if morality is subjective, and you're saying that this universal thing is Christ consciousness, does Christ consciousness give you to 100% truth or no?
I don't know what you mean by consciousness, but
yeah, I'm not sure exactly
because you said
the nature of your question. If you could clarify
Christ consciousness is the idea that you're one with the universe and you're this, etc. So I'm asking you, if Christ consciousness isn't real, and these Greeks don't even explain it in this type of way. This is like a Greek mythology thing. If that's true, and their subjectivism is true, once you get Christ consciousness, is that 100%? Is what you're saying 100% moral statements? Or are they 100% true? Like, if someone disagrees, could they be wrong?
Wrong is a word that it means intentionally wrong. It means they intentionally said it to cause disruption. Incorrect could be the better word there.
Okay,
wrong is doing it on purpose.
Are they purposely doing it wrongly to be incorrect?
Yes, some are.
Okay, how do you ground what's true and what's not?
I think
you have to. You have to go to the Greek, the Septuagint. You have to convert those. You have to use the Septuagint and the Greek and turn it into numbers, isopsophy, and you will find validation in the colors of the words, in nanometers, in science.
Well, science is a category. We don't. Science doesn't give us 100. We have to ground what science is. So how do you know?
I think science is a category. Science and Greek go together. You can't have one without the other.
They're a category at the same time. They don't give us an answer for what's true.
100%. I think truth is a weird idea in a way, because truth is often paradoxical. Right. One, you could, like, just for an example, let's say you're riding your bike to work and a car out of nowhere hits you. And, you hit to the side of the road, you break your leg, you're in a huge amount of pain, and, you get taken off to the hospital or whatever. Let's say you meet your future wife there at the hospital. She's your nurse taking care of you, right? Just like a stupid example. But hey, was that a good thing that you were hit, or was it not a good thing?
All right. So I met my wife. She dies from ALS. Or I met my wife. We got married. She gets diagnosed with ALS. She dies 3 years later. I find the cure and the cause for ALS, her dying is my Jesus. Her I couldn't put her back up on the cross because I didn't have the knowledge, and neither did the hospital or the doctors, or they did and they weren't doing it. That right there is wrong. If they did have the knowledge, it's incorrect if they didn't. I found the correct path. I found the cause and the cure for her disease.
Well, hold on. Remember you said that the correct path is subjective. So someone's correct path could be different from yours under your view. So you can
I understand where you're going with this. Yeah, I get it.
That's exactly what I'm arguing, is that it's not so black and white. Things are not black and white. And that's a human characteristic, is to categorize things in that way. But that's not how the universe works at the end of the day. The universe doesn't say this is black and this is white, right? Because God has allowed bad things to happen. Has God not allowed bad things to happen? He's allowed bad things to happen to me. Well, I guess I've allowed that on some level for myself.
You guys said it's subjective. How could you tell what's God doing is good or not? How do you know? How do you ground logic to even understand it?
But how do you define good? How do you define
exactly? Yeah, define good and bad.
So you can't justify it. Well, you can't because you're subjective. This, like, when you look into philosophers and stuff like that, no one agrees with this view. I'm going to explain why.
I don't agree that you're reading philosophy incorrectly if you're reading the Greek philosophy. You got to go into deeper layers.
That's an assertion. You don't know that.
Yeah, I do, because you can convert it to numbers and it'll tell you exactly. The Septuagint, Psalms, is a Greek word.
Numbers is a transcendental category. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it's not in Greek.
Yeah.
It doesn't change in Greek.
According to who? You? How do you know that?
According to fact.
So facts are objectively true then.
If A is 1, B is 2, and C is 3, are you gonna say it's not?
What if someone's opinion says that your fact is wrong? Are they wrong?
They're incorrect.
Are they objectively wrong?
They're incorrect. If they're doing it on purpose, then they're wrong.
Okay, so you just said that they can have their own view. Therefore, you can't ground what's objectively true under this Gnostic paradigm.
Right. I can't force anybody to believe what I believe. I can share what I've found.
So you could be wrong then.
I'm not doing it on purpose, no.
You are purposely doing it. You're purposely making claims. That's wrong.
No. I could be incorrect.
Yes. Okay, if you could be incorrect, you're making the assumption that you could be incorrect. So you're not actually 100% right.
If you don't go and validate what I'm saying, that's on you.
You could be wrong is the point. And someone could validate you incorrectly or correctly.
Do it. Somebody please do it. Please. I'm waiting.
Well, okay, we are
so
both...
your interpretation is wrong then, because who teaches this? No one teaches this.
You're getting us very into philosophical topics.
Yeah, they do teach it. There is a teacher. His name is Dr. Amon Hillman. He's a PhD he was a PhD. Dr. Amon Hillman. He was at St. Mary's University in Minnesota. He was a philologist there.
Wow.
And
I could bring up scholars too. Does that mean they're right? You would just say they're wrong. You have to ground why something's true.
Because he got fired by the Vatican. He got fired because he got investigated by the Vatican for opening portals and demonic possession.
The Vatican opens portals. So what? What about
bingo?
Wait,
exactly.
I'm not a Catholic.
And I'm opening portals right now. If you want to go through it, you can.
You're not doing anything. Nothing you're saying is real, besides the demonic witchcraft behind it. But you can't ground what witchcraft is because you don't know what it is.
Guys, I'm gonna smoke a little bit, so I'm gonna be quiet for like a minute.
What does witchcraft have to do with anything?
Do you think portals are witchcraft?
No.
So you don't even know what witchcraft is? You're talking about Greek?
What's the word for witch in Greek? There isn't.
What? Do you not know words or concepts? Words are an image. They're transcendental.
Not in Greek, buddy. Not in Greek.
Dude, you don't even know what Greek is. Like, my tradition is literally Greek. We can ground what things are true. You can't tell me why Greek is true or not. You're just saying it's subjective.
Yeah, I can.
Why should I believe you?
Alpha, beta, gamma, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, right? You're still making moral claims. Why is I don't have to believe you under your view. You could be wrong, right? What if
nobody's told me I'm wrong yet?
Right. Oh, so nobody's objective truth then. So you're objectively true, right? What you're saying?
I don't know what you mean by objective.
You said
I've
you could
lived
be
it.
wrong.
I've watched.
Okay, you said
I've
you could
lived
be
it.
wrong.
I've watched.
Okay,
I've watched.
I have two, and you're wrong. Am I wrong?
Did you find the cure?
Yeah, Christ consciousness. Am I wrong?
How did it cure?
It cured the guilt. It cured the the disease. You can't tell me I'm
What
wrong.
disease?
You
What
can't tell me
disease?
I'm wrong. I don't need to say it because I don't need to say it.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. Let me
You're
just
full of
ask.
shit.
This is
Let
how
me ask a
ridiculous this is.
question, guys. Let me ask a question of each of you guys.
This is
Do you believe
subjectivism.
you've eliminated your ego, or do you still have an ego?
I don't have an ego.
Yeah, you do. Because you can't. You're telling me I'm wrong, but then you're saying you could be wrong.
I
How do
never
trust
said you were wrong.
Yes, you did. How do I trust you?
I said you may be incorrect.
Incorrect means you're objectively wrong. You're making
No, it
universal
doesn't.
claims, dude.
Wrong is on purpose.
Everything you do is for a purpose, bro.
No, it's not.
According to who? You're just asserting things.
Wrong.
This is a mental illness.
Wrong is done on purpose. Incorrectly means you can be corrected.
And you're quoting all this
If you're-
numerology, and you still can't ground numerology.
They overlap too.
That's not numerology. It's isopsophy.
What do you think that is?
Numerology is.
You know,
It's a made-up word.
As a wise Yoda once said,
And your
only
word's still a
Sith speak in
transcendental category.
absolutes.
Yeah.
Telling who? Sith?
Well, look up the word ice in Greek. Do the numbers on it, and then look up the word ice in every other language.
Why is what you're saying true? These are just assertions. Why should I believe what you're saying? Tell me.
Because you came in here asking.
Exactly. So tell me why your idea is true and everyone else is wrong or incorrect under your view.
I can't do that.
I know you can't because you're a subjectivist and you can't ground it because you're making stuff up. You can't actually ground what you believe.
I'm not making
Okay.
anything up. This is already written down.
Quiet from the peanut gallery. Inquiring
You
truth.
can say,
Okay,
you
so
can
I
assert
want
things, doesn't mean it's consistent.
inquiring, please.
Okay,
I
go ahead.
want you to share with us what. Okay, so you seem to be a believer in objective truth. So
Correct.
what is
And I'm
your
trying to ground
summary?
that. Could you mute him so he doesn't talk?
I'm not, unless he is an asshole. I'm not going to mute him for now. But go ahead, please share
Okay.
us just a summary of
Okay,
what
so
you
under
think
my
that
view,
objective truth is.
since logic is, I can ground logic through morals, ethics, values, moral claims, objective claims. So what that does for me is it gives me to understand divine revelation, so I can ground these ethics, right? I can ground logic, so I can say what's wrong or right, because it gives us the objective reason why logic's true. It's called a first order principle. What he's doing isn't that. He's saying you're wrong, but I'm objectively wrong. I'm not saying I'm wrong. I'm saying the evidence shows me that my divine revelation through the scriptures. Oh, you're laughing,
Okay,
right?
let's
Let me
move
finish.
past
No,
your
let me finish.
dispute and move into what your objective truth is.
The objective truth is because I can have a first order reason to ground those things, such as God, which we see through divine revelation. The Orthodox, not the Protestant or the Catholic paradigm, the Orthodox paradigm fits those categories. I can ground why his numbers don't make sense. He can't. He's just asserting things he heard on the internet. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I can ground why these Greek philosophers are wrong or right.
Can you give me a summary though of, if you can share like an objective truth with people, like what is that
like
truth?
murder is wrong.
Well, no, just like in general, like the 10 Commandments. Do you believe that's truth? Is that objective truth?
Yeah, the 10 Commandments are grounded in my first order reasoning. Yeah.
What about, is there any other set of truths aside from that you can quantify?
It's a category system. So we can ground everything on a paradigm level. It's not just one thing. So yeah, the 10 Commandments, divine revelation, etc. Because everyone has to submit to them. So that's an objective truth.
I guess what I'm asking is like, it still seems very vague. Like if you were to be like on the street proselytizing, what would you tell your group surrounding you? Like what is the truth that we should be listening to right now? Christ consciousness. You said you're a believer in
No,
that.
that's not real. I'm trying to use it in pragmatism.
Oh, you're not a believer in Christ consciousness.
No,
but you are a believer in Christ.
Yeah, Christ never taught Christ consciousness. That's his interpretation of a neurogen and what the Greek philosophers and the Gnostics, who we denounce in our church.
May I ask what sect of Christianity you are?
I'm an Orthodox Christian.
Orthodox. Just not Russian Orthodox, just regular Orthodox?
I go to a Greek church. I'm a Greek jurisdiction.
Greek Orthodox, okay.
If your religion is oppressive.
I
You
just said
can't
it's not
read
about
correctly.
religion. It's about first order principle. It's another fallacious argument that subjectivists make. It's not about religion.
Don't you think it's kind of crazy though that we have so
And
many
how do you wait? How do you know it's
types of
oppressive if
propaganda?
everything's subjective, Cosmic?
Because you're oppressive.
How that's a
And
circle.
I don't think you can read correctly.
How, can you ground that? How is it suppressive on your subjective worldview? How do you know that?
Do you think Moses was male or female?
You're still going in a circle. Answer the question. You can't tell me. How do you know your interpretation's correct?
Because I found it
No,
in
you
the
didn't.
Greek.
No, you didn't. You're reading Greek.
Yes, I did.
Okay,
I
show me
mean,
what. Tell me why. If you found it, it's objective and
You're
binding to
kind of
everybody.
using the same
Hold on. Can I
reasoning.
respond to him, man?
I think that he is.
Because his interpretation can't tell me why it's subjectively true. I already told you I have a first order principle. What is yours to tell me Moses is the
It's
woman?
subjective. Is that a Latin term or is that a Greek word?
A Latin term, Greek word, Spanish, English, you can't ground why it's wrong. Words are an image of transcendental categories. You don't know that. You didn't know that? You don't know
The English, the Webster's dictionary is the most psyoped, subverted thing that ever. It's toilet
Well,
paper.
how about you go back to the original language and ground this language? Because you're not actually grounding Greek. You don't know Greek.
No, I don't know
What
Greek.
about Sumerian?
I
Do you
can't
guys
read
know
Greek,
Sumerian?
Oh, so
but I
you
can
need to
turn it into
interpret
numbers.
So you need to interpret it through English because you're born in America.
No, I interpret it through music. Greek isn't meant to be spoken. It's meant to be played on a lyre.
Are music and words a transcendental category? Yes or no?
What does transcendental mean to you?
Meaning that it's a representation on how we ground knowledge.
No.
Oh, so words aren't a representation of how we ground knowledge.
Words or lies
a
come
lie.
from a lyre.
Oh,
And
are you
music
lying?
comes from a
So you're
lyre,
lying.
which is a harp.
So, okay, so you can't ground your words and your speaking words, so you lied twice.
And you,
Dude, you're
you,
too cold, quick. Go ahead. Are you going to deal with the answer? Or are you just going to resort things that you can't answer? You're trying to attack it on me. Show me why your position's true. You're making objective claims, dude.
A equals 1, B equals
Look,
2, C equals
you
3.
can't answer it. Why should I
The
believe
colors do a Greek word that would be a leaf. And I bet it's in green and nanometers
you
in the
just
numbers.
said that nanometers, those are transcendental categories. You said they're not. You don't even know basic science from Greek. Not even these early Greek Christ-conscious people agree with you, dude.
Guys,
Bullshit.
let's bring it in.
Dude, no,
Pythagoras didn't
He's a
exist.
liar, man. He's a liar. He said they're not transcendental categories. He can't ground anything. This guy's brainwashed.
Let